What is up, my trailblazers? It's your boy RONAMENTS here with another Honkai Star Rail video, and welcome to the current game state analysis. In the current game analysis series, we're going to be looking at older units as well as more recent units and seeing how they perform in the current game state. And for this first video, we're going to be looking at JINGLIU. As of versions 2.7 and 3.0, JINGLIU has received a massive performance boost with Sunday, FUGUE, and Remember's TRAILBLAZER. JINGLIU's kit is centered around her Spectral Transmigration state, which grants her a crit rate and an attack boost by consuming HP from her allies. On average, JINGLIU is able to maintain this state for 3 turns before needing to build 2 charges to go back into it, which can be done with her skill and ultimate. Though respectively strong as an ice DPS for a period of time, JINGLIU eventually fell behind due to the shift in content that favored break-focused and fast teams, and her team comps aged due to compatibility issues with newer support characters. Her damage output was comparatively underaverage. So, what does a currently built JINGLIU look like? Well, depending on available resources, most JINGLIU players use either Glacial Frost or Genius for the main relic set, but with the arrival of Scholar Lost in Erudition, however, JINGLIU gained a more accessible package that synergizes with her kit and works incredibly well with Rooted into Arena. I Shall Be My Own Sword is still JINGLIU's best icon for the time being designed specifically for her. Say hello to JINGLIU's permanent support partner. As an upgraded Bronya, Sunday provides a modern buff to JINGLIU's team with 100% action advance and a 30% damage boost on skill. His ultimate increases crit damage, and while JINGLIU has Sunday's buff, he restores 1 SP when using skill on her, essentially E for free. In addition, he increases JINGLIU's energy by 40, 20% of 140 is 28, triggering his trace ability to increase the energy gain to 40 instead. Sunday's talent adds a 3-turn, 20% crit rate buff to his skill effects, which is huge, and we'll cover that later. Enter the most absurdly powerful support unit in 3.0 so far. Even better is that the unit can get to E6 at the end of the 3.0 story. While Mem is on the field, all allies' crit damage increases. Since this scales based on the Trailblazer's crit damage stat when Mem is summoned, as they inherit the current value at the time, you can reach anywhere from 60% to 70% plus crit damage with a high enough crit damage stat. True damage is unmitigated, ignoring all buffs and debuffs, and triggers per instance of damage, essentially per hit. At E1, Mem's support ability gains a 10% crit rate buff. LINGSHA earned her place as a powerful offensive healer. JINGLIU's HP consumption has never been a concern really, but being able to trigger LINGSHA's follow-up attack that heals and cleanses can come in handy on off turns. LINGSHA possesses frequent consistency in healing, and some builds can get her to ult within 2 turns. Pairing LINGSHA with FUGUE can increase the team's damage. The last piece of the break meta puzzle, FUGUE comes with 2 powerful abilities. Her skill grants Foxian Prayer to an ally, increasing their break effect, and, more importantly, granting Rainbow Toughness damage, ignoring weaknesses. Cloud Flame Luster is a toughness debuff that can be reduced after reducing initial toughness, resulting in breaking enemies multiple times. FUGUE enables super break damage at 100% efficiency and delays enemy actions when they are broken. Despite FUGUE being break support, JINGLIU benefits greatly from the Rainbow's toughness damage. Crit rate substat, we don't do that here. Let's look at the numbers. 5% by default plus 8% from Scholar, 8% from Arena, 10% from Trailblazer, 20% from Sunday, 50% from JINGLIU equals 101% crit rate. With this setup, JINGLIU doesn't need crit rate in her substat build. We are free to go all in on crit damage and attack percentage. With being able to control 2 substats on relics, min-maxing crit damage and attack percentage can be justified. Just look, 400% crit damage, and we're not even in Simulated Universe. Here, however, is how JINGLIU can look with an E6 Sunday supporting her. At E6, his crit rate buff becomes stackable up to 3 stacks, and every 1% of crit rate over 100% is overflowed into 2% crit damage. Doesn't that sound familiar? Now that we've looked over the main setup, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. Sunday provided the much needed buffs Bronya needed to keep up in the current game state. With his light cone and Zacidos relic, Bronya can support JINGLIU more effectively. Compared to Sunday, Bronya lacks energy support, crit rate, and E for free, though being able to generate 1 SP off of 2 skill casts fixes some of her SP efficiency issues. 66% damage boost on skill and 55% attack boost on ultimate is still very good for JINGLIU. XUAN isn't talked about or used as frequently in the current game state, but she still provides sustainability and decent support abilities in buffs such as max HP, damage reduction, damage apportioning, and 12% crit rate. With an increase in blast, AoE damage frequency, XUAN can end up getting knocked down due to being overwhelmed, so you gotta be careful there. Compared to Sunday, XUAN provides 8% less crit rate, lacks crit damage boost unless she is E1, and provides no other sources of damage boosting. Adjusting the crit rate calculation without Sunday puts JINGLIU at 93% crit rate, though JINGLIU still doesn't need any crit rate in subs. A lower priority pick, but still worth the honorable mention. In conclusion, JINGLIU is back and stronger than ever thanks to new support. We've entered 3.x and we are heading towards the game's 3rd year, but seeing JINGLIU, a 1.x unit, getting buffed like this is a testimony to the potential of positive value power creep. Even her Eidolons have increased in value with the current support tools available, which I didn't mention in the main discussion because I wanted to keep these breakdowns purely based on E0. Welcome back, JINGLIU. These videos will be kept short and to the point, focusing on things that matter. These are not full breakdowns. Please see the character kits in the game. If you like this video, want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe. Also, feel free to comment. I will appreciate your feedback and I appreciate all your support. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
これが意志いや宝を一つに
茨を食よされ
いくジョン
呼ぶ声が名声人に
この月下で全てを照らさん月光を剣とす
この身をもってあなたを守り導こう
私を信不可能はない竜
供よされ
この月下で全てを照らさん服を分かちましょう
名声人に
引けこれが維心伝心できるよ月光を剣とすこの月下で全てを照らさん
この身をもってあなたを守り導こう
お会いしちゃうの私がやる焦らない死ぬがい大丈夫逃げられぬこの月下で全てを照らさん竜さん
供よされ
この月下で全てを照らさん